we continue our salute of American independent wrestling. We thought we'd cover 2 topics this week. We may hit multiple next week as well. Obviously, I don't know. But we
had 2 questions of the week?
No, it's not a question of the week, Ryan. It's just a topic. It's not
if you would pay attention to that chat that we're in for topics on the show, you would know.
Right, we literally now because of you last week on this program.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We now have a chat that is just for show topics.
Yeah, but we don't. I can't keep track of one chat. How would you think 2 is going to help?
Somebody sent a meme to it and it just ruined it.
Yeah, Ryan sent
the meme to it.
Ryan fucked it up.
That was me.
On the very first interaction we had on that thread.
Me. That was all Ryan, and I apologize for that.
You did apologize, and you said you're out, and I think you started sending them back to the regular thread. But because we've been planning out questions of the week for the month, but this one, best match that you've ever seen at an indie show. Now, this is a show that you have attended. This is not a match that you've seen on YouTube or IWTV or anything like that. A match that you've actually seen live. Anybody want to kick us off?
Well, how about that one in KPW? I think it was the first night it became KPW. You boys remember that?
Yeah, that was a wild night.
And that what was it? Shatter and the Wrestler of the Millennium got into that huge brawl. And the Shooting Star. Oh, it was the Rising Star.
Rising Star.
And then it wasn't necessarily a great match, but it was fun because it was so chaotic. And I think it was Shatter went up in the balcony and dove off on Louis G. Rich on the table.
That's right.
I remember that.
And I think he missed the table.
Probably.
Well, he did his best.
I feel like the table broke. Maybe Lewis just fell through the table. I don't know. But I feel like the table
maybe
broke.
it was an already broken table that just the weight of a human being on it just collapsed.
It was the Lancaster host before renovations.
Right. Yeah. That room apparently much different now, as is the hotel.
Was that your favorite KPW match, Mark?
No, that was one of the most chaotic. My favorite one was any of them with Jordan Grace.
That sounds about
and
right.
Blue Pants was there.
Blue Pants was there. That was the other one, by the way, from the pre-show.
Ah, gotcha.
Blue Pants.
Pre-show, post-show. Patreon.com/3CountThursday. Send us money. You'll be able to hear the content.
You can hear Ryan shit on like 17 different indie wrestlers.
I thought we were done recording. Usually we're done by then.
Well,
we'll never have guests on the show again now.
Good. All right.
Good.
Jim likes it that way.
It's easier. Tim, you want to go next? Ryan, you want to go next? Who wants to go next?
Yeah, my favorite match was with Melina and Alicia Fox.
There we go. I have it.
What's your favorite match?
My favorite match was with Melina and Alicia Fox.
Who?
You can see like the producers in the background just like getting ready to like
they're like you
find a
see,
way to spin.
You see
Austin striking a woman,
right? You see security starting to move into the ring.
A woman again.
Oh.
Is that Deborah?
Wow. Ryan, go ahead.
I don't think that was done.
I was waiting for Tim to make that comment since that's been kind of his thing lately.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll step up in the role.
I have Kuth.
Okay. You keep drinking those 3 fucking sodas together, you'll have diabetes.
No, there's no sugar in this.
Not that. I'm talking about the 3
There is
sodas.
23 grams of sugar in this.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Right, hold on. I cracked open a Sprite. This has 38 grams of sugar, so you're fine.
Jesus.
The
Ryan,
rum
I
does
thought-
keep you healthy.
Ryan, I thought you liked 7-Up.
I don't care for 7-Up. Get it out of your system.
That was the perfect response to that.
Ugh.
Who the fuck likes 7-Up?
I think that's more of an old person drink. That's why I thought Ryan liked it.
I don't fucking know. All right, so I couldn't come up with a match. I came up with a couple matches. Most of them were matches that I ended up calling. I realized I don't go to very many independent wrestling shows as a fan, which is a goddamn shame, and I should probably change that. So I'll have to do something about that. There was a show from Atomic Championship Wrestling and Rogue Women Warriors. It was called War Eternal. That had Kimber Lee versus Mercedes Martinez. That was back in October of 2018. You can find Miss Kimber Lee. Obviously, you know her from. God, that fucking Sprite was a mistake before I started talking. What an idiot!
You should have drank 7-Up.
I should have drank the flat ass 7-Up. So Kimberly Mercedes Martinez just got rendered unconscious on NXT, so she's relevant. That was a crazy fun match to be able to call. I called a Shine title match, which was really cool. I was Lufisto versus Holly Dead. That was back in 2017 for Rogue Women Warriors. So one of the highlights of my career was being able to call one of those matches, very prestigious. And What Lies Beneath was another great show that Atomic and Rogue put on that featured a match, Lufisto versus Shotzi Blackheart. So the honor to call those matches were kind of a highlight of my short little independent wrestling career, but really, really good matches. I've purchased the DVDs for all of them to be able to watch those matches back, and they were as good as I remembered them being.
Jesus. Anybody want to go next? Timmy,
I will
go ahead.
I'm going to pander just a bit for those who know who I am and know who my friends are.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's right. So in Queens, New York, in 2016, there was a Chikara event called Dead Man's Chest. And on that card for the Young Lions Cup, the Estonian Thunderfrog defended against the Proletariat Boar of Moldova.
Moldova.
And yes. And the match itself was super great, way fantastic. Not just saying that because one of them's my best effing friend in the whole world. Like it was really super dope. But like Ryan, I had the pleasure of calling some pretty great matches. Yes, Big Jim.
How does one befriend a boar?
Well, did you ever watch The Lion King?
Yes.
Very much the same.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. I got you.
I am Fat Timon and he is Buff Pumbaa.
Okay.
Fat.
Got it.
That's right. I'm if a meerkat ate all the meerkats.
What if the meerkat drank a 7-Up?
Then he would have already died because, golly, that's poison.
The skipper, my little buddy, when he was younger, loved watching Meerkat Manor on the Animal Planet.
Nice.
I'd put that
I
shit
love
on,
Meerkat.
and he would lock in.
We're all related.
It was fantastic. But I got you.
Here we go.
He saw my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Skip, you know what would go great with watching Meerkat Manor?
Oh Lord, what?
A nice ice cold 7-Up.
Oh my God.
They are not a sponsor. This is not.
Yeah.
an ad.
Why don't
Stop saying it.
it's
That's
not
Tim's bit.
Yeah, Zoa Energy.
Oh Jesus.
I can't
Natural
tell you
flavored lemon lime.
the last time I would have dranken a 7-Up. Honest to God.
Drinking.
Drinking a 7-Up.
I don't know people that even buy 7-Up, and I work at a fucking grocery store.
So before I get the show back on topic, my drink of choice as a child, not because it was mine, but because my mom only would let me drink Diet
Bingo.
7-Up.
Oh,
Diet
Oh.
7-Up.
It's like sugar water.
that's but it's not even sugar water because it's diet.
It's aspartame water.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You know that C word you threatened to give me? It's all that Diet 7-Up from like
Wait,
7
the
until
C
17.
word? Who said anything?
Ryan.
Right.
This was way at the beginning of the show. I
Yeah.
said that Zoe would give him cancer,
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking.
but the
of-
aspartame
Oh.
got him first.
Whew,
Yeah.
I was thinking a complete other.
The
C
Rock
word.
has more money than 7-Up, though, so
That's
we'll
true.
still go after The
Yeah.
Rock.
That's true.
That's right.
I don't know.
But
7-Up
I
has
like
that little spot.
Ryan,
messed
who had
up.
the pleasure of calling some fantastic matches, namely the Osirian Portal versus One Night Only. They wrestled 2 time limit draws before finally going to a no time limit match at Excellence Professional Wrestling. I got to see my first independent cage match. I got to call it. Some really fun times. But like Ryan, I feel like I need to go watch more independent wrestling, but I guess this is a good conversation for the 5 of us because it's weird being a fan and also having had worked an indie show.
I agree. It is kind of a weird thing
Like
because
going as a fan and paying.
right paying
Also knowing that like the money I'm spending is also going to like dudes who I've worked with.
right. You pay the money. You sit with the humanoids in the crowd. You wish
I actually really enjoyed it. I went up.
you
to a
wish they had
PCW
deodorant.
show, I think with cousin Brian, and just to be able like to see your friend come out and interact with them on the other side of the barricade and hype them up. That's a lot of fun. That is a
that
blast.
is.
Well, I know you
That
and I
is-
think the last indie show that I had gone to as a fan was the PPW Impact
Right,
show.
that was a great show.
That was
Yes.
a blast. That's definitely one thing. You know, once I feel comfortable going back inside buildings with people and humanity.
Well, let's make a very big difference. Buildings and people are one thing. Buildings and wrestling
indie wrestling fans are
very
a whole different
Dirty,
beast.
nasty, smelly
Wow.
wrestling fans.
Right.
Yes.
You probably already had the coronavirus if you've been to indie shows. So
That's probably true. But I definitely want to get back to going to shows again. And obviously we'll get back to calling shows as well as things get back on track, which I do look forward to. Before Matt and I get to do you guys have a favorite match that you have called? Because all of us have done comments, even intern Mark, because I know he sat in with us, I think, a couple of times. I know you did the PWE stuff last summer. Do you have a favorite match that you've called? One that comes to mind, and I think for me, I think it's just because of the fact that when you look at wrestling, not many independent companies take on a match of this magnitude.
Do not hit the effing button.
Hell in a Cell. No.
No, I wasn't at Hell in a Cell. I was actually on vacation for Hell in a Cell, but there's a match
Oh.
where there's 2 rings and there's like a giant cage with like a weapons
Don't hit the button.
and
Oh, with
things
the
in it.
weapons.
I can't think,
Don't hit
That
the
was the-
button.
but there's
Is
only
that
Don't
the
say
something
it.
of horrors?
no. I don't think it was hard, but like there's only been so many people that have been able to call this sort of match.
Blood and guts.
It's like blood and guts.
No,
but
it was definitely before AEW came
it
around.
was before AEW came out. But
I'll tell you what my favorite one that I called was Solo Darling versus Candy Cartwright versus Kelly Klein because it forever gave us Jim's
my
shining moment on comment.
my moment.
what a maneuver!
That
I
show
think-
will stand up with any independent wrestling show
I actually do have one of the other matches from that show as one of my
Do
favorite
you
that I've
have
seen.
do you have that card
I do.
by
What-
any chance?
Yeah, what's that
I do.
card?
listen to this card. It was a one-off show. It was supposed to be, I think, it was the inaugural tour tournament, and that was the only one. But
All right,
the
so-
freaking card.
All right, so we had a tournament. So the first match was a tournament match, and that was Santana Garrett defeating Nikki Adams. And we have Hyan and Nyla Rose defeating Amazing Maria and Miss Hannah. Sorry. Sorry if she's listening.
Woo! Former guest of this show, Miss Hana.
Next
Hannah.
match, Mark, we had Jordan Grace defeating Davian.
Davian, I believe.
If you're gonna do that, cut your mic off. Cut your camera off.
Amazing Maria then won the Battle Royal for the vacant CWA Mid-Atlantic Championship and had a long reign for that. Solo Darling defeated Candy Cartwright and Kelly Klein in another first round match. Kylie Ray defeated Lacey Lane and Thunder Rosa in a first round match. Casey Catal defeated Mark Jocelyn.
What's great is I don't have Matt on the full screen, so it's literally just all five of us. We killed Big Jim. Big Jim is dead. Where did he go? Oh God.
Next match, Mark, I'm sorry,
Ryan.
but Santana Garrett defeated Jordan Grace. Kylie Ray defeated I'm Sorry Ryan Solo Darling. Penelope Ford defeated C Bunny. Jal Cotto defeated Debbie Kane. And then
That's got to be
Oh
Kane.
my God, no.
and then the final match of the night, we had Smiley Kylie Ray defeating Santana Garrett, which was one of the matches that I think was one of the best I've seen. One of.
Yeah, I mean that.
Oh my God.
Jesus, Mark. Whew.
I'm surprised Mark wasn't at that show. Jocelyn and Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I think the restraining orders probably
I-
kept him away from that. Show.
Yeah. I'll tell you, there's
So if you have two restraining orders, do they like do the distance multiply or
I
add?
think
Is
it
it
actually
Well-
cancels out, right?
I think so.
a negative and a negative is a
No,
positive?
the
That's
state
right.
the state of Delaware state troopers said no on that one.
Yeah, it's
my
a little
God.
different in Delaware. I could have went as an alias. Sometimes I use my alias William Brown. I probably could have got in.
Nah.
Yeah, but I
you
think
would've-
William Brown was still incarcerated
Probably
for that.
not. Probably a few more restraining orders on that one.
Only a few more years till I can go anywhere.
Brian Christopher was supposed to be a special guest of that show and didn't show up.
There was also a very much sought after and hard to sign up for referee seminar prior
There
to the
was.
show. Jim
There
is holding
was.
up the number of attendance to that seminar.
One person.
You sure it wasn't
Counting
two?
the referee.
It wasn't two.
But yeah, I wish I could think of the name of that cage match that we called, but it was definitely, I think, just the magnitude of that match. Ryan,
what
do
was
you-
that match called?
That was
It's
a
not-
PWE, right?
It
PW
wasn't
it
called
was-
anything.
It was
wasn't called
PWE.
anything. They didn't have it. They
It's
didn't
that
have it.
Yeah,
match
that was,
that Shane McMahon
Nope.
created.
It is,
They had the
yeah, it
cage.
is that one. It is definitely that one.
The best in
War Games.
the world. War Games. War Games. War Games.
Get them both out of the way at once, Tim. You're welcome.
Wasn't it Game Wars?
Game Wars.
Shane McMahon. Games. Games. War Games.
Whoa.
War Games.
Kyle O'Reilly.
China.
Uh-oh.
So I have a question.
Yes, Tim.
Mark.
Are you Aren't you glad that you didn't that your wife's name is Dana as opposed to as like say something else like Riley?
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, because if so, whenever you go like all baby Huey, whenever you go all baby Huey on your wife, you don't have to go oh Riley.
Every time a wrestling show comes on, is Walter on this show? Every single time.
Walter.
She's so disappointed.
So now you know you have to just say, I don't know, maybe.
When
And make her just
He's
stay.
in the main event.
Right. You
he only comes out after 9:30.
You should probably keep watching.
Much like Big Jim's little Huey.
Oh, it comes out after 9:30.
It's like his.
It goes back to bed at 9:32.
He comes out, he sees a shadow, he gets scared, and he runs away.
That's 6 more weeks of winter. 6 more weeks of celibacy.
Big Jim busting into the bedroom, banging his chest like a silverback gorilla.
Oh, Harambe.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
Drag her by the foot across the.
You know, if Mrs. Big Jim's name was Bobby, Bobbie, that would be a good
Bob.
Bobby! Bob.
The neighbors might come out and help you look if they hear you screaming Bobby at night.
Either that or they'll call the fucking cops. One of the two. Who didn't give their
Well, you asked another question, and I don't think anybody ever answered it because I got on the damn tangent because you wouldn't say War Games.
War Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
But actually, probably one of my favorite matches to call was that casket match at Legacy. Anybody else?
All that for a casket match. That was AR Fox and Mr. Grimm, correct?
That was.
Yep. It was a good match. Became a body bag match.
Oh, this is about to be a body bag match if y'all do this shit more.
Oh, shut up. You're in Virginia or West Virginia or Kentucky or one of those
Northwest
places.
Northwest East Maryland. Anybody else? Favorite match to call?
Why doesn't Tim tell us his exact location? Why is he so general?
That's right. Favorite match to call?
Because he likes to pretend he's from the South.
I don't pretend I'm from the South, sir.
Northwest.
I'm not a country boy. Maryland. I'm from the South. There's a difference.
You're from the northest South there is.
So
I grew up on Southern Independent Wrestling.
Salsa. And if you're
Virginia Championship Wrestling.
If you're 5'2", you're the tallest midget, but you're still a midget. Okay, like what's the big deal?
Southern WCW, Georgia Wrestling from Virginia. Cornbread.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go get some water ice, and maybe we'll go wait a while and do some shit. I don't know. What's other stupid things that Pennsylvanians say?
Wit.
Man, hold on. Let me finish this. Hold on. It's all.
I actually never said that.
It's all.
It's all.
I think that's dumb.
Stupid.
Hit us with the water ice.
When you were a little kid, did your granny ever send you to the corner store to get 7-Up? Maybe a cold bottle of 7-Up?
No.
Tim. Favorite
I'm not from Northern Virginia. I'm from Virginia Beach. It's the southernmost part of Virginia.
Favorite.
Stop it.
Tim.
Yes, sir. What?
Favorite match to call?
I don't know.
Awesome.
I'm lost.
Matt, Mark, Ryan, anybody?
I did. I already said
that.
The 3 matches of one night only in the Osirian portal.
Perfect. Tim said, or Ryan, I'm lost.
All right, my favorite match that I saw live was Joey Janela versus the Neon Ninja hybrid.
Facade.
Perfect.
Facade.
Who didn't give theirs?
Everyone answered.
Am I the last one? All right.
Yes.
You said
it was
War
AJ
Games.
Styles. No, that was his favorite match to call.
It's all the same.
He
Tim, did
said
you say
it.
War Games? Tim said War Games.
No, I didn't. Shut up.
War Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
9:51. We can't just be.
I
hitting
know
all
this
the
show is
sounders.
direct. My favorite match that I saw live, First Night Legacy Wrestling, is the main event. Legacy heavyweight title match. AR Fox defeated Eddie Smooth, JT Dunn, PJ Black, and Shane Strickland. That whole card was fantastic, though. By the way,
What about
was
Johnny
a really good
Gargano
show.
and Eddie Smooth? That was a great match too.
that was a good one.
Johnny and Smooth.
Charlie,
Candice LeRae
It would
was
have been
on
even
that card,
better.
too.
The only way that match could have possibly been better if they had teams of, wrestlers in a two rings with
Charlie said Sting versus Mean Mark in
You
the
popped Mark.
in the Greensboro Coliseum. He says that was WCW, but only a few hundred people there, so he was counting. It's not independent though. That you failed, Charlie. I'm sorry.
I like the spirit. He picked Great Muta, so I'm fine with it.
All right. there
From
you
an
go.
actual Southern area.
Wow. All right. So let's put the cap on that. We'll obviously talk more independence next week.
War Games!
That doesn't
War
count.
Games!
I'm the
War
host. It
Games!
counts.
War Games!
Mark from the mute button. It's with the WG.
That's fantastic. Okay.
I'm just-
Mark ensuring that intern never goes back into his name.
Um.
Oh, I can fix that.
Oh,
right now.
man. Charlie.
What an awful way to salute independent wrestling.
Well, Charlie, we are definitely going to get you out to an indie show. Now that
There.
the world's kicking back up. He
Fix
said he's never
him.
been to one. Never been to one. Uh-oh, what happened?
I fixed him.
Oh boy.